who was hiding under the hot tub deck.
This afternoon, our goal is to finish the south wall on the house. We made a really good push last night, except darkness set in and we decided to call it quits and not push our luck with 3 more panels. So that's all we have to do today. 3 more panels. I think we can do it.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my goodness, how'd your flight go?
It was good.
It was supposed to be like a mambo jumbo all day cross country, but instead you did some soft field landings with another student. And then you got some free simulator time for many hours, some IFR flying, and now Jesse's trying to shift focus back to the house.
My brain is like all over the place, yeah. I think the simulator threw me off more than anything.
I hate anything simulator. I've always just not felt good.
It's so not realistic. Like, it's good training, but so is Grand Theft Auto. So, I mean, isn't that where the Air Force gets all their pilots from, is all the internet
Supposedly.
pilots who become splash? That's, by the way, the code word they use for when they drop a bomb on people.
According to one documentary we watched.
According to a documentary.
Which documentaries are fact and are never slanted.
Everything on Netflix is true! Anyway, back to building a house, for real, where it really matters. So this is what drill bits look like after about 4,000 screws. There's really not much left of them, and if I'm honest, we've been putting in the wrong size screw head with these screws half the time. So half the time...
Guilty, because you can, and it's too time consuming to change.
Because you sort of can, and eventually you destroy the bits. Just like these are pretty much destroyed to the point where they won't even put in the right size screw. So I think it's time to retire the perps, put the perps down, and we'll have to put something else in its place. I think I have some Milwaukees that we'll replace them with. Don't worry, we have lots more screws.
Yeah, man, that's a 25-pound bucket. And we're on our 3rd.
Hey, don't tell them how much I weigh on camera. That's rude.
Is it a male or a female?
Clearly female.
Why?
Because it's a talking bucket. And you'll be happy to know I bought all the mastic. If we run out, the house stops for good.
That should last us for maybe a wall. It looks like what used to be on my Tamagotchi screen.
Yeah.
When I would neglect it for a week while I went camping.
We have a lot of this around our property because this flipping mastic, no matter how warm you get it, it was 85 degrees the other day, and as soon as you let go of the stupid caulking gun, it then spews this much mastic onto a flipping piece of lumber, ground, your shoes, your face, your butt, like all over the place, your coat and your hat. So I think we probably have, for every 5 tubes of mastic, we probably have 1.
That's probably true.
Strewn around the property.
So true story, I woke up and I was combing my hair, brush, 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 and finally I found that there's like a huge clump of mastic in my hair. Oh. So I cut it. I cut probably a strand, it was pretty big. And then once I got over it, brush, 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 I cut 2 full strands of hair off my head.
That does kind of look like it would scoop up mastic pretty good, don't you think, guys?
Justin calls it my paintbrush. He's like, why do you need a paintbrush? Dip, dip, paint, 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 paint.
Exactly.
Paint, paint.
if that's one of my fellow students. Can you guys see the yellow jacket queen sitting in there? Do you see her? She's hiding about a foot in there. These yellow jackets are in heaven. I can see the beginnings of her nest down there. It's just one cell. I'm guessing she's sleeping. Huh. Well, guess what, lady? You gotta find a new home. I know yesterday I knocked a couple of yellow jacket nests out of here. Probably should be checking most all these electrical oh, there's one right there. Well, hasn't made a nest yet, but definitely a queen. Thunder or so. That'll work.
Watch out, panel.
Right between the lumber. Something. Blood-sucking vermin.
Boom. Think she's ready?
Boom! Woohoo! Ready to put this sucker up?
Yeah, might get done in a decent hour tonight too.
Let's do it.
We talked about it, and I think our strategy is to try to carry this to the backhoe. It's a little wider than the other panels we were carrying up by hand, and going up the steep hillside and around the house and into the house is a little sketchy, so we'll give her a go. Ready? Oh, cool, I got the bung corner.
Okay.
Yep. Man, it's so tempting to like carry it up there.
I would say don't. Getting it up there won't be hard, it's getting it in.
Getting it in and leaning it out.
Yep.
This doesn't feel heavier than the other ones.
It's not really.
It's just a little wider. Boom. Nice. So before we were putting the short lower and upper the lower panel on, and then the tall side panel, but because there's really no room over here, we're gonna lift the end panel up first, and then we're gonna slide the lower panel below the door over it. Think I'm ready. good. You're on! She's a leany son of a gun, but we got her. Nice. Oh yeah. Are we in the shoe?
Oh yeah.
Nice, good job. So it turns out, remember how we held all the panels off an inch? See that? We did that on purpose because we can foam to the top. Our engineers told us to do that because frequently the panels grow. Frequently they're not as tight as they are there. Maybe there's like a 1/4 inch gap or something. So we're happy we did that because we are tight, tight, tight on this end. And if we didn't hold it off by an inch, well, we'd be fine, but we'd have to modify our panel. So we're gonna drop the lower panel in and then we're gonna take some measurements and see where we're at. Oof, it's exact. So let's make her fit. Watch your fingers, boys and girls. Oh. What am I doing? I'm trying to install this.
At the bottom, towards you, and just push it in, and then it'll engage, and then
Lean it towards me, like north.
like the way you have it. And then, yep, there you go. Now, but on both sides. So
Right, it's like angled. So okay, it's tighter at the bottom and then at the top. It's going.
What's the width of that panel?
It's a 1/4 under on the top, and it's 5.5 on the bottom, which is why it looks like there's a gap at the top.
That's progress.
Lean your wall out of here if you can.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay. There we go.
Go, go, go. And all day.
I think we're good.
Look at that. Yeah, that panel's cut thin right there, and that spline's sticking out because it's 1.5 inches, and this is cut 1.25 inches. Yeah, this is tight as tight could be over here, and there's a gap in there, and this foam is jammed. We definitely don't expect the sips to be perfect. We just don't know what to expect and how to work with panels. We don't know if we should hot knife everything or measure every chase or you know what. I don't know. I mean, what we've learned is you can't even just measure the panel, the skin, because the skins don't necessarily line up with each other. They could be off center from one another, and then the foam isn't necessarily consistent all the way around. So it's supposed to be, like in this case, 1.5 inch chase on 3 sides. It looks like it's probably 1.75 inches on one side and 1.25 inches on the other. So the foam got laminated off center. Just learning to work with these materials, and at the end of the day, to build the house that we want. Yeah, and in this situation, it's like, do we take that panel back down and rip the edge on it, rip the whole panel down smaller so it'll fit more comfortably and we can fill the gap with foam, or do we shoehorn it like we just did? And I think we're at this point trying to decide to shoehorn and make sure that it fits nice and snug, even though we've taken up every bit of the inch that we left ourselves when we started.
Almost in.
This one's ready to go in. I'm worried that these splines are too big because we have so little room.
Oh.
Like that panel's got all kinds of crown.
Right.
The one you're holding right now has all kinds of crown. So I guess I'm gonna measure this panel really quick here. Ooh, 1.5 inches on this one. Looks like that's a pretty tight number. This one says 1.5 inches too, so this says 3 1/8. So she's gonna be tight. Nice. Oh yeah.
Down means down.
Up means up. And now you guys know how come Alyssa and I are different. Don't hit too much. You're knocking the bottom out. There you go. Do you want the honors?
I do. I'm already up here.
Grab by the screw. Grab the screw, the big screws.
I got it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh yeah.
Whoosh.
Kaboom! We win. Holy smokes, it is.
It's level?
Wow. It
Wow.
wouldn't hurt it to move to the right a little. Oh wait, actually no. It wants to move
I
left.
don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty good. So yeah, go ahead and put a lag in. Pretty good. And then you can put a lag in that upper panel. Money.
Wine
And chocolate.
and rum raisin ice cream.
And rum raisin, and some vegetables.
It's me, full of surprises.
It's your left brain.
As soon as I stop surprising you, you'll get bored of me.
Probably. Did I just say probably? I meant nah. Welcome home.
Hey,
We
I
done
like
did it.
this. This feels good.
We did done do it.
Should we clean up and put our yoga pants on and come up here and stretch and enjoy the sun setting?
Do I have to say yes? Yoga pants!
Do you need to put any more screws in? Probably.
Wouldn't hurt to put a few on the bottom, yeah.